So these two went from days of our lives to days of our arrest. And let me tell you something, I cannot stop laughing. So I've been following this story in the background about Mel and Pete Viljoen. And just quite basically, yeah, it was I've been following the story, but I haven't really covered it. But now it's getting even more and more and more hilarious. So I went down the rabbit hole and I said, let me see what scam they were running. They've been running the scam for a minute. The only thing is they've only been caught. Imagine leaving South Africa to go to Miami, Florida, in the US of A to only get arrested for shoplifting. But then when I look down your TikTok, it looks like you've been scamming people anyway.
Wat
Julle,
vra sy vir jou, Mel?
daai Ina Zeferman, het julle gesien hoe sy lyk?
Taking a walk down very, very luxurious homes to give the impression you live there.
Hy in Amerika was en dis glad nie vir hom lekker nie. Wel Rian, jy jok mos nou vir die mense. Hier is ek dan in Amerika, in Palm Beach en kyk hoe lyk dit. Hierdie is die land van melk en honing. Julle weet net nie waar om te grou nie. So Rian het onlangs op Facebook gesê dat hy in Amerika was.
When at the time of your arrest, you are living in a Section 8 housing kind of looking complex. It's giving, oh my goodness.
Want ek en Mel is nou joernaliste, ons het nou hierdie.
Ja.
Ons sien nou vir Shadrack Sibia en Ian Cameron wat hulle sê hy slag vir Sibia, maar hy kry hom nie vasgevang op enige ding nie. Nou mense, wat my 'n briljante prokureur gemaak het is.
A few moments later.
Hey, step on out. Corporate police department. Come on, step on out for us, please. Hello. How are you? Come on. Step on out for us.
Hey, how's it going? Go ahead. Okay, come on up. Go ahead and turn around.
Can you put your hands behind your back? We'll explain everything in a second. We'll explain everything in a second.
Ma'am, is there any animals or children or anything in the home? I'm sorry?
No? Okay.
Can we get you some shoes? Okay.
Get her a change of clothes too.
But anyway, so here's the breaking news that is just currently happening right now. Pete has been arrested on arrival in South Africa from the US of A. The disgraced lawyer was deported after a shoplifting accusation. There's no difference between him and the Nigerians in the US of A. In fact, the difference is he is from South Africa and they said return to sender immediately. And when they returned him, he was arrested. So that piqued my interest. So let me read you this article from ENCA because I said, what could they have? He's already been arrested in the US and he's been deported. So now he's being arrested. I need to catch up real fast, real quick on what's going on. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another great edition. I hope you'll enjoy this series. I guess we're just going to cover them because now they have a criminal case to report to right here in South Africa. So Pete has been arrested on arrival at OR Tambo International Airport. This is an article by ENCA. He was nabbed after flying in from Newark, New Jersey. Viljoen was deported from the US around 100 days in detention, following 100 days in detention. Imagine that. Imagine faking living in mansions in Florida to being in detention for 100 days and then being deported and then being arrested on arrival. Like they didn't even give him a chance to go to Woolworths like Tavo Festa. But anyway, we are not there. The disgraced lawyer and his wife, Mel, were arrested in the US for allegedly shoplifting groceries from a supermarket. The US Immigration and Customs Enforcement granted Mel voluntary departure and booked her a flight back to South Africa. She landed at OR Tambo on the 24th of May. When they say booked it, does that mean the US paid for her return or she paid for her return? Let me know what you get from that in the comment section down below. But anyway, they were shoplifting, so I don't think she had enough to pay for her own ticket. But who am I? Who am I to judge? Let's continue reading. On landing in South Africa on Tuesday evening, Peet was arrested on charges of fraud, theft, and corruption dating back to 2010. He also previously posted derogatory statements about black people in South Africa on social media. Wow. He thought he was too far. He thought he was far, far away. Nobody was going to do anything to him.
We have evolved, and guys, we have more drama, more scandal, and way more evidence in the Sibia circus. Piet, tell us about it, please.
So we're about to drop a big bomb. What I'm going to explain today, and it's
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's find out what exactly he was charged for here. We know about the supermarket shoplifting, but what exactly is he arrested for here on home ground? So Pete and Mel stirred up huge drama by pushing the white genocide narrative in South Africa. Pete dropped a bunch of hardcore racist rants against black South Africans. By the way, I am reading from Sunflower on X, formerly known as Twitter. I think she gives a good summary of everything. So let's cover it together. So Pete dropped a bunch of hardcore racist rants against black South Africans while Mel, that's a tongue twister. Let me try again. While Mel openly said she hated working with her black co-stars. My goodness. Where is Happy Simelani to react to this? After this, I'm going to her Instagram to stalk her because I'm sure she's going to have a lot to say. Anyway, after all the legal and money troubles back home, they moved to the US but later returned to South Africa. Once back, Mel admitted they sounded very racist and regretted their bitter phase. 1. Florida shoplifting bust 2026. Pete and his wife Mel got arrested in Boca Raton, Florida. Cops say they were doing ticket switching at a Publix to walk out with thousands in fancy groceries and stuff. They were charged with aggravated grand retail theft. Okay, what's ticket switching in case you're wondering? So in the US of A, there's self-checkout. So you walk up to the cash where there's no human, it's just you and the machine. And they were probably like passing cheap items correctly. And then the expensive stuff, they were not scanning it and then walking out the store with it, which is how it racks up to thousands in groceries. But one doesn't need thousands in groceries. I mean, they didn't have children. So what on earth? Anyway, we're not there. Let's not judge. Let's keep going. All this to maintain the lifestyle for the gram? They were charged with aggravated grand retail theft. Oh my goodness. 2. Tammy Taylor nails franchise mess case 2022 stroke 059140 Macabo versus Viljoen and another. U.S. court hammered them, ordered to pay 71 million rands for ripping off trademarks and breaking the licensing deal linked to all the dodgy franchise sales in South Africa, with Mike and victims calling it straight up fraud, intimidation, and racketeering. Woohoo! These are serious charges. 3. The list continues. Johannesburg property fraud charges. Oh my goodness. Pete got slapped with over 300 corrupt and fraud counts for allegedly selling and transferring Metro properties illegally as part of a big syndicate. Malanga Commission enters the building. 4. Asset seizure fight. Case 004922 stroke 2024. That's so recent. Viljoen and another versus Sheriff, Pretoria South East and others. The Viljoens rushed to court trying to stop the sheriff from grabbing and selling their stuff. Oh, no wonder they had to go to the US. They were just done for. And that's only 4. 5. Struck off as attorney. Case 094/2010, Law Society of the Northern Province versus Viljoen, Supreme Court of Appeal case that got him kicked off the attorney's role for good. This is a man who knows everything about the law. Yet he found himself in detention in the US of A for 100 days for shoplifting at Publix. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to see if I have a video of Publix. I think I have a video. Let me see if I have it. There's a video of Publix I want to show you because when I went there, I was amazed. Okay? I was amazed. But let me make sure. Let me make sure that I have the video. I remember taking the video. I forgot to post it. Of course I forgot. I always have so much content, but I never post Publix. No, I don't have it. Let me try again. I know I have the video, and I think it's Publix. That should be Publix that I was in. I think it's Publix. Wow. I am in shock, guys. This is embarrassing. Dun, 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 dun. I want to see if it was a Publix. If it was, then I'm laughing my socks off because how do you shoplift in a Publix? Let me see. Yes, here we are. It is a Publix. Okay, I'll share this video with you guys. Thank you. This is the funniest thing for me. Okay, let me send it to myself. It is the most interesting store. Just so you guys can see what kind of a store it is that they were shoplifting at. Do you think you can shoplift at a store like that? Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, I'm digressing. Okay, stop talking. What else? Where did I stop? 5. I read 5. 6. Hate speech and defamation case. CAS 204/06/2025. Opened over public stuff, the couple said. Why did they say things out loud? 7. Old property fraud appeal. Case number 20116/2014, Maringa and another versus S. The big appeal tied into that massive Johannesburg Metro property scam syndicate connected back to those 300 plus charges. This is a comment. It says, talk about a couple with no brains. Here, the blind is leading the blind. That time he's a whole advocate. The wife is an arrogant person and she made me upset on that ENCA interview. I have no words. Woo. This is interesting. I'm definitely going to be following this story closely. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts about these two. But let me play these clips for you because I thought they're hilarious. I thought they're such a hilarious couple. And they've been scamming for a while. It's just that they got caught. They got reckless and they got caught. Let me send this video to myself so that you guys can also see it.
Die mense wat wil weet van my happy. Sit hier in 'n baie mooi Starbucks.
Rika,